I can't believe the level of stupid and idiocy that is going on with the leader of the free world. Now, I like guys like Bill Maher and Jon Stewart and even AOC on some level, even though she's going to be portrayed to be something that she's not. But I digress. But the level of grifting and hypocrisy is so palpable. And if you think that, for example, ICE can't come up to someone like me and say, hey, you're in a gang, you're going to El Salvador, you are delusional. Because that is exactly what could happen. Even though I don't have tattoos, even though I don't look like I'm from a certain part of the world, they could literally, without due process, come up to a white guy like me and say, hey, we heard you're in a gang, and we're going to send you somewhere. That's what happens with no due process. They can just say whatever they want. But again, I digress. I want you to listen to this clip from P.R. McGee on Prof. Galloway and the Professor G podcast, because he breaks it down for you. But then again, the leader of the free world thinks he knows more than these two guys.
Estimates I've seen is that a U.S.-produced iPhone would be $3,500. Is that accurate?
I would just push back on that number because that itself is a fanciful figure. I mean, the problem isn't that they'd be more expensive. The problem is that they couldn't be built. We have no idea how much an iPhone would cost if it were built in America. It's more that we just completely lack the capability. An iPhone has 1,000 components in it being produced, the logistics, the production, the just-in-time manufacturing, and good luck finding an American corporation that can do one of those components at $1 million a day, let alone hundreds of factories that can do all of it. There are at least 15 to 20 reasons why iPhone manufacturing en masse is never going to happen in America. It really just is a fantasy.
At any price, it's just not feasible.
The thing that people don't get is just the volumes that are involved. Tim Cook is under such political pressure that I could see some final assembly taking place in America just because it makes such a great press release, but it's never going to be in consequential numbers. It's certainly not going to be cost competitive. And frankly, if you think of who would have to work in these factories, it's totally antithetical to the MAGA crowd. In other words, it's the people fleeing Honduras that would be ripe for these factories. I mean, those are the sort of people that could work a 12-hour day and have the sort of desperation. What does America have in terms of labor support that would be equivalent to people working 14-hour days in the hot fields in Western China that go find a life in Shenzhen instead? It's not going to be American-born people. It's going to be the people that are trying to get over the Trumpian wall, if you will, to get into the country. So there's a contradiction in terms, even if you really wanted to fulfill the scenario.
For those of you Republicans that want to know what fanciful means, it basically means hyperbolic, fictitious, or narcissistic. And if the shoe fits, wear it. How are those tariffs working out for you? How are those gas prices? Egg prices? It's not only a joke, it's a disgrace.